How are we going, everyone? I'm back here with the espaliered trees. You know, I haven't quite finished the orange tree here. Just to remind you what I've done, I've been thinning it out because it was really congested. A lot of dead wood in there as well. And obviously we had fruit on there as well that we've harvested. Some of it, not all of it, obviously. You can see it there still. Still need a little bit of work on these areas there, which I'll get back to, but you can start to see the framework of it. And it's really important that you establish the framework first, foremost, before you start enjoying the fruit, because we've got a tendency of leaving all the branches there when you see little fruit, and then long term, yeah, you get the fruit, but then you've got to cut the tree harder and take longer to recover and get the shape back. Pretty much what I did here. Forgot all about them, let them go, overgrown with weeds, came into it now, and you can see a lot of that stuff that could have been thinned out whilst it was young and soft. Now it's gone quite woody, and this is what I mean. Look at the top. Now the top, we've cut a few times in the past. We've brought it down, otherwise this would have been up to the sky. Now, but what you're seeing here is we haven't thinned out, so we've brought it down in height, but we haven't actually gone inside and thinned out. Now, we've got two sides to this espaliered tree. We've got the front side, let's call this the west, and the east. Now, on the western side here, we've got lots of branches, some of them are going through, and on the eastern side, pretty much the same thing. Now, you can keep them on both sides, quite safe, because sometimes you'll be building them against the fence where you really can't get to the back. And you want to try and keep that back clean, because it will try to grow a little bit. So try and maintain the back of it as well, even if it's close to the fence. In my case here, what I'm going to do is thin out some of the front, half the amount, and the same on the back. Now, by doing that, I've got a chance of causing the tree to go into growth spurt, meaning it's not going to flower, it's actually going to try and grow again and replace everything that I've taken off. That's pretty much the reaction you get with a citrus tree, any variety, when you go on a hard prune. And sometimes you have to do it. But remember, when it does come back with a vengeance, you're going to have to get out there and thin it out again. So first, let's thin this out. And later on, if it grows back, we cut it again. So much information I want to share with you. First one is, we're going to cut any branch that's growing from this side into that side. Here's an example here. That's on the other side. Take it out. And then we're going to thin out every second branch that's otherwise interfering with each other growing. In this case here, we've got two. That's the max, but that's on the other side. Now we want this side to come along, and we could probably fix that to there. Look, it's nothing wrong with having branches come from the other side to this side, but look what's happened here. We got this gone to that side, they've crossed over. Which, okay, if you look at it closely, it's quite safe because they're not rubbing, they're not hurting. They will move with the wind, so we need to tape them down or hold them together to some degree to stop that from getting out of control. That, in actual fact, is not too bad. I might just take down this, I'll take down this part here. Just take that out. I don't want it to grow out this way anymore. This has to finish, and this is ripe already because it's gone to its yellow stage. By the way, limes, when they're fully ripe, are yellow, not green. We've been misled to believe that you can eat them. You can eat them green, but it's like eating an orange that's not ripe or a lemon that's still green. So we're going to tape that there. That's there. Now that there is really woody. My concern with that is it's got so much vigor in it that when it tries to grow, it's going to grow about 1 metre tall. So we want to work with the smaller ones. The ones that are slightly more insignificant by comparison, let's take that off. We're going to put that there. This is growing out, so I don't want this to grow out here. Again, too much vigor. We're trying to reduce the overall height. Now we're looking at this, now that I think about it, cut that off, that's there, that's gone way too high. There's nothing I can do with that. I'm gonna cut this right back down here, get rid of it, because whatever grows from it, it's gonna be just big, and we don't need that. So the bigger the branch, the more regrowth you're gonna get from it, so you're better off removing. That can go there. Look, we've made space for this one. So let's tape that down there now. Again, if you prune too hard, they're forgiving. And if you think I'm not pruning hard enough, well, I forgive you too. Take this one off on the other side. We don't need it there. That's in that space. Beautiful. Look at this now. What a bloody mess. We've got stuff coming out here. We've got a branch here. We've got a branch in there. We've got a branch over there. This little branch that's coming here is actually too close, as are these. Realistically, I should remove that, but that's not too bad. This one here is a concern. So I'm going to take it off here for a second so I can see what's going on. There. And that there really is not going to serve, so not much. We're going to say, ooh, are we going to say goodbye? We're pretty close. Wait, let's get rid of this one. Look at this. This is growing in the wrong spot. That's better. Opening it up. Again, look at this now. Look what I'm noticing. Look at this branch coming all the way down there from the other side. It's come around on this side and it's gone underneath the back branch there. These are the principles of espaliers. You can overlap, but if they start to rub for too long, you can have problems. So that really is not going to do anything. So we're going to piff that off from down there. Gone. You can see opening it up. Now, we've got another one here. It's so hard to see, I know, folks, but look, there's 1, 2, 3 on that side. This one's gone through. I've already taped it once, but it's come out on this side, trying to reach for the afternoon sun. I don't want that. I've got other branches to deal with on the other side. So that's going to come off out of here somehow, like that. This could take hours, but you need to take your time on it as well. We've got a branch growing up here. Again, take it out. That's the principle that I work with. Now, you may have a different model, different way of doing it. At the end of the day, the aim is not to have so much congestion like what's going on in here at the moment, which will always happen. Let me remind you about that. Citrus trees will always come back with a vengeance and they'll start to do all this sort of stuff again. So it's up to you to thin out. You know, we've got one here, 2, 3 branches coming off this main little stem here, side shoot, and it's coming onto this one here, which starts, this branch, can you see it there, starts down there somewhere, over here. Now, branches should be going up and out. If they start growing straight up from an outward branch, where can I give you an example? That's in the bad form. Here, I found one. I've got to go on the other side to clean it up, but that's the shoot there that's going straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, all the way through. You don't want that. That's got to come off. I'm going to just cut it here for a second and take the fruit off as well. So we're going to harvest that and enjoy it. Gin and tonic. It's never too early for that, you reckon? And there's another thing going on here. See that? We've got strong branches here, overlapping again, but then we've got this trying to grow through the top of it all, or in the middle of it all, so that's got to get cut off as well. And then we've got this branch that's not really fixed to anything, but we don't want to have a gap here either, and we don't really want it to grow up from there, so that's not too bad. It's not too long and strong and, you know, with too much vigor, as is this one here, because we've ignored that. Oh, I'm about to break that off. See how that's growing in? Wrong spot, wrong place. Goodbye. Has to go. That's grown a little bit too long. We haven't got any side shoots. I know I cut this one off. It was growing out here. We'd like something in here, or we may have this one that comes along and fills it in. So working on the structure doesn't happen in one day. And if you don't prune it on a regular basis, you're going to go through what I'm going through now, is thinning it out quite severely to cause regrowth. It'll bounce back with a vengeance, like I said, and flower as well. But the timing is important, that you do it on a regular basis, knock it on the head and give it time to recover so you know how it's reacting, performing, and then you can go back and thin it out again, but never let it get out of control like I have. And that's important with all citrus, folks. And feeding time, feed them. Don't wait till next month, the month after that. You'll notice citrus trees are starting to put on growth, especially if you're in warmer areas, and olive trees. Now, olive trees, I'm not going to show you how to prune them, just hack them hard. That's what it's about, because they fruit on their new season's growth. And olive trees are already starting to, and I walked around earlier, to put on new shoots. So if you leave it any longer, you're going to be cutting off this season's growth, which you're going to miss out on fruit. So get into them now. Vasili'sGarden.com, if you're watching this as we've just uploaded it, you can tune into 3AW, because I'm not there, but all our outlets will be open, or most of them, but check that out on our website, Vasili'sGarden.com, for click and collect. Great specials on this weekend only. From me, Vasili, Maresi, enjoy the gardening show.